Bonjour, everyone. Hello. Sorry about that. I'm also eating. Welcome everyone. Terrors of Al's here, and we're continuing on with the post-Stormblood, post-Shadowbringers. I still got a lot to do. I haven't even gotten to the pre-Endwalker yet. Actually, let me. Oh! Okay, let's see. So, after this one, it's gonna be Fortunes Rewritten, Death Unto Dawn, Part 1, and Death Unto Dawn, Part 2. So I think those are the post pre Endwalker. So okay. Ooh, I do have a dungeon. My toy is Relent. Whatever. I really hope I don't have to wait too long. But we're going to continue on. Okay. Yes.
All right, then. Pray proceed as instructed, beginning with your memories.
The first step is complete, and all appeareth to be in order.
Well, that just leaves our souls, then.
How are they going to do that?
We're in your hands, Angelo.
It is done! The vessels have received both their memories and their souls!
Well, that's great, but, I think we forgot something important. We should have labeled them.
I hereby entrust them to your care. They belong to you now. Just be sure to guard them well.
This will work, won't it?
I hope so.
Our theories have held thus far. But I make no promises about what is to come. Even the greatest mages in history knew better than to transport a soul across the rift. We, my dear, are in unknown territory.
Fair enough.
Prepare as we might, we cannot account for all possibilities. And it is in such circumstances that accidents are wont to occur. Yet miracles do happen. So let us pray and will our friends home.
I won't stop praying until I know they're safe.
All safely stowed away? I do hope so. All that remains then is to step into the mirror. Go now, and safe travels.
Well, here goes nothing. Don't worry, we got him. Are we sure that was the right one? Why not put it on their chests? That would make more sense.
Did it? Are we?
Hey, Allie.
We're home.
Oh, you're back! You're back! You're all back!
Thank you. My body feels like a sack of potatoes, but otherwise, I've never felt better. That said, I doubt any of us will be fit to travel for some while. May we leave the rest to you?
The vessel beareth our comrade's blood. With it in thy possession, the way will surely open before thee.
Oh boy.
What? But you've only just got here.
Tataru, might I trouble you to brew us all a pot of your special tea? Ah, and we may require an extra cup.
Technical difficulties, sorry guys.
Oh dear.
Yours is a long road, my friend, and it stretches onto places beyond imagining. With your every step, these grand adventures shall grow more distant and faint. And there may come a day when you forget the faces and voices of those you have met along the way. On that day, I bid you remember this.
Okay, there we go.
That no matter how far your journey may take you, you stand where you stand by virtue of the road you walked to get there. For in times of hardship, when you fear you cannot go on, the joy you have known, the pain you have felt, the prayers you have whispered and answered, they shall ever be your strength and your comfort.
Now, where are you, my friend?
This I hope, I believe, here at memory's end.
Hello, hello? Hello? There we go. Alright, you guys can hear me and all that, so that's good. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's fixed. It's fixed. Okay. What is it, Allie?
What is it, Alize? Are you all right? Do you still feel under the weather?
Physically, I couldn't be better. Thanks to Kryle's ministrations, I'm already looking forward to our next fight.
You're just bored?
But seriously, don't you have anything to say about that?
Poor Yonger.
No less impressive than our garments. You've outdone yourself, Tataru.
To give credit where it's due, I had help from a certain fiery pixie who visited me in my dreams. They gave me all the information I needed to get the details just right. For your weapons, though, I needed a lot more help. Thankfully, our favourite heads of state were happy to place their finest craftsmen at my exclusive disposal. Oh, and speaking of the Alliance leaders,
Best
they all
viewers on
expressed their
27,000
unreserved
No,
allegiance
no,
to
no,
your
no.
safe return,
21 top
and promise to
FPL.
come and see you in
No,
person
no,
as soon as
no.
they can.
They really needn't have gone to such trouble. But we'll be keeping these gifts all the same. Do pass on our gratitude.
I realise we haven't taken up new martial arts, nor have I ever been one to set much store by appearances. But I can't help feeling a certain lack of, I don't know, personal development.
I quite understand. But as you observed, the others had the more pressing need. Rest assured, our turn will come.
If I expend any more ether, I swear I will blink out of existence. I need a bite to eat.
There we go.
Tataru, a cup of tea, if you would be so kind. And something sweet.
By Mistress Kryle's exhausted state, may I assume that the ward hath been restored?
Yep. See for yourself.
Indeed. We succeeded in weaving it anew, albeit at a slightly diminished potency than when I had Becklug's assistance. It is no cause for concern, though. The tower is not easily reached, never mind breached. And even should some few succeed, their presence won't escape my notice.
Excellent. Said duty thus discharged, thou art free to go wheresoever thy fancy taketh thee. Upon which note, hast thou perchance come to a decision? The offer remaineth open.
Well, if you're certain that's what you... I mean, if you think I...
Garana. Wait. Garaha. Really?
Right. I accept. Henceforth, I shall count myself a scion of the seventh dawn. Grahatia, at your service.
Garah. There we go.
When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld. But, like a fool seeking to pluck the stars from the heavens, my every attempt to reprise their deeds fell short.
Help! Somebody help! Hippogriffs! Hippogriffs on the rampage! A giant flock of them! Please, we need help!
I could do with a little rampage myself.
What? Now wait, just a... Here we go again.
Go again.
I will join the fray when I've finished my tea.
Thus did the Avatar of Destruction descend, and in her wake leave naught but tears and ash.
And then, one day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me, in the flesh.
Save some tea for later.
So it was that a new adventure began.
Xenos? Yeah, it's Xenos. Why is he dressed like he's from the Navy in One Piece?
The memory of a dying world's end. Night after night. And I thought it but a tired old dream.
I say, I knew that securing the palace would provide your Radiance with depressingly little sport, but that you should fall asleep out of boredom. Splendid. Truly splendid. And my own preparations, you will be pleased to hear, proceed apace.
Who are you? Scion, obviously. Who are you?
Oh, yes. They proceed very well indeed. Frighteningly so. And we owe it not least of all to this singularly useful body I chanced to find. With the Populares now all but destroyed, it will be the simplest of tasks to discredit their groundless assertions that I met with a grisly end.
No.
And as the very much alive Lord of House Brutus, I have a vast fortune at my disposal. Ah, money, 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 the great motivator. There is simply no better way to move men and expedite plans than with its alluring glint. Would you not agree? But wait, were we not acquainted, you and I?
Who are you? No!
Should our familiarity cause you distress, I beg your forgiveness.
What did you say your name was?
Oh, a dagger through my heart, that my deepest desire should forever remain unfulfilled, to live unrecognized, to die forgotten. Oh. So it goes. Whatever this flesh may have been before, it serves only as a vessel now.
Oh, thank God.
And I, faithful Fandaniel, labor only to advance my lord's ambitions. Speaking of which, with the palace in our hands, we may now proceed with the next phase of the plan. But how very odd. Despite all our havoc-wreaking, old Elidibus did not deign to appear. Dare I hope? that the last of the unsundered is gone. Imagine it! Bound no more by the shackles of mouldering memories of damnable duty, free at last to live for the moment!
This guy's nuts!
Your radiance, but give the word, and I shall go forth and prepare for you your hunting ground.
That which awaited was a fell beast. Ferocious, ravenous, remorseless. Do as you will.
This guy puts the Joker to shame.
It has been too long, my friend, and insufferably dull in your absence. When you return to me, you will share everything. Every blow will be a story unto itself. Every triumph, every kill. Rest assured, we shall have a fitting stage for our reunion. Oh yes, to reprise that transcendent moment, I will set this world ablaze. And we shall dance before the pyre.
The beast shall kindle the flames of the apocalypse. Into its domain shall the hero set forth for the final chapter in the tale of this star.
Yeah, right. Final chapter. Yeah, right. It's totally not going to be the final chapter. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go get some pizza. Back, sorry. Alrighty. Ah, you're back. Tell me, Terry, do you think I was excessively familiar earlier in my tone and mannerism? I thought it better to be familiar than formal if we're going to be comrades, but now I'm worried that it may have distracted from the gratitude I respect I harbor for everyone. Perhaps we might consider it a nod to my regrettability in less than humble beginnings. Yes, that will do. Dude, relax. Being free to live as one pleases is not without its challenges. In a way, it was easier when I had a mission. It consumed my every waking moment, providing me with focus and a constant push to a singular direction. By the way, was casting spells always so draining? I had quite forgotten what I was like to do without the tower. felt rarely so exhausted or hungry. Well, considering the fact that you used to be a bard... Yes, if all I did was bend the bow... Yeah, seriously, yeah! Yet, if all I did was bend the bow, I would be limited to use on your adventures, so I shall persevere. Whoever I might have been before, I am now a Scion. And an experienced Scion. But green initiate, eager to learn how to best contribute to the cause. That he might follow in the footsteps of his inspiration. Dude, you need to relax. Alize's quest. Oh, greetings, Terry. Come to look on our friends. Rest assured, everyone's quite well. I've been keeping a close eye on them. They've satisfied myself that they're in the finest health. As a matter of fact, they're just about to converge in the dawn respite to discuss how best to use the pent-up energy. Let's join them, shall we?
Well, my friends, now that we have all settled back into our bodies, it is time we resumed our duties in earnest. Let us speak of our plans.
Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after another. I've a mind to pay a visit to Garlemald to ascertain the truth of the matter.
A prudent endeavor. 'Tis of the essence that we establish the full extent of the threat. Not least if it should prove that Xenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows, in light of which possibility I shall accompany thee on thy mission. Be assured that thou shalt find me more a help than a hindrance. Thou requirest another to imbue thine ammunition, dost thou not?
Assuming that's settled, there's something I've been meaning to look into as well.
Welcome back, everyone!
Lise!
Yay!
You're fine now, right? No more headaches or keeling over?
That's right. We're fighting fit and raring to go.
The famous Lise Hext, former Scion and hero of the Alamegan resistance.
Bruh.
I don't believe we've met.
Really? It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted. But then I suppose your fields of expertise are rather different.
Grahatir, at your service. I have read much and more about your exploits, Commander. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Likewise. The others told me all about you.
Do not be so sure. Words scarcely do justice to the vital role he played in our victory in the first. A more dependable comrade one would be hard-pressed to find.
Aww. Can make him blush.
Oh, right. I did glance at the report. But I'd be lying if I said I understood half of it. Well, that's a lot to take in. Just to be clear, this means we're not heading for another calamity, does it?
At least not right now.
Shorn of their unsundered master's leadership, what Ascians remain shall struggle to see their plans to fruition. And though I would ever advise caution, I believe we may rest easy for a time.
I'll take that as a yes. Even so, I don't know what to make of this business about Hydaelyn and Zodiac being primals.
A difficult truth to bear, yes. But at last we understand the nature of our adversary. And if there are no further calamities, neither will there be rejoinings, meaning Zodiac will never regain his full strength. Even so, as the oldest and mightiest of primals, he remains a force to be feared. Though his is a power born of the desire for salvation, we have seen the havoc it may wreak. And it falls to us to ensure that it is never again brought to bear upon this star.
But tell us, Lys, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
What do you mean? Isn't seeing my long-lost comrades reason enough? All right, there was one other matter. I have a message from the Alliance, and before you ask, yes, it's about the Empire. So, after Emperor Varys' assassination, it seems his cousin Nerva made a bid for the throne.
Nerva?
The trouble is, he wasn't the only one with designs on it, and it didn't take long for a civil war to break out. And it's not just in the provinces. Early reports say huge swathes of the Imperial capital have been reduced to rubble. The Alliance will soon convene in Alamigo to decide on a course of action, and we were hoping you'd come along.
Well, as it happens, Urianger and I were just this moment planning a little trip to Garlemald, and we should be grateful for any advice the Alliance can provide on how best to make the most of our visit.
To Alamigo, then.
Why don't you go on without me? There's something I need to look into.
Oh, forgive me. You were just telling us. What is it, if I may ask?
I want to find a way to cure the Tempered.
Of course. You think it may be possible to adapt the treatment you used to help those corrupted by the Sin Eaters?
I'm sorry, a cure for tempering? But that would change everything. Alizé, consider yourself uninvited. Go and find us this cure.
Wow!
I'll do my best. I was hoping you might join me. Don't worry if not, though. I won't hold it against you if you'd rather attend a stuffy meeting.
No, What meeting? Lead on.
I knew you'd say yes.
I'll come too. If you don't mind, that is.
Sure.
Mind? I'm sure they would be glad of your company. Pray, enjoy your time together with your hero.
Great. I'm being surrounded by my fans.
No. That's not... I mean, I simply thought my knowledge might be of some use.
We shall be on our way then. Godspeed.
How many people have a crush on my character? Good grief. When I set out to save Halric, I think Gabu was always at the back of my mind. And having proved that the light corrupted are not lost, I'm convinced the same must be true of the Tempered. similar to those corrupted by the Sin Eaters, the Aether Goblin soul has been rendered stagnant. And although the root cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same. By no means a hypothesis, I would say. And it warrants full investigation. If there's even a chance we can save Kabul, we have to try. However, I'd much like to race over to Limna and Limsa and set to work. There's no room for recklessness, only a child's life is at stake. As I'm sure Belug would remind us, we still know little and less about the soul. A number of things can go wrong if we don't exercise due caution. So before attempting anything, we should learn all we possibly can about temperament. There's just one problem. Research into the condition is long since ground to a halt, and the combined work of many scholars involved does not exactly amount to a wealth of knowledge. Not the modern scholars, perhaps, but what of their ancient counterparts? I know the Allegans took a more than passing interest in the subject. And if what we seek is to be found anywhere, it will surely be at the Ethereochemical Research Facility. Where they experimented on primals and their worshippers, yes? Good thinking! I've never actually been there myself, but I did read reports on Eslia, which means we'll be doing an airship. An airship, you say? Taru, what have you done? Maybe at the northern bank of Silvertear Lake. I've got a little surprise for you. Oh, and come prepared to travel. What's she done? Ride! Taru? What are you... I give you the Bonanza, the Scions' very own airship. I built it as a company project with help from our friends at the Rising Stones and named it for luck and prosperity. Taru, this is amazing. We'll be able to fly just about anywhere we want. Our garments were impressive enough, but to build an entire airship. I see the analysis didn't exaggerate with many talents in Scion's fabled coin keeper. I'd also introduce myself as your pilot, except the training didn't go quite well as I hoped. But that's alright, because we've hired this capable fellow here instead. The Bonanza is equipped with full complement of mana cutters. By the way, feel free to use them to get around London's bar. Leah's La. Enough talk. Time to fly! All aboard! I am gonna butcher these names. Sin would be jealous of the way this airship flies. Tataro's outdone herself. Anyway, here we are. And Alpha's report did not scale this place justice. Appears to be the helix, which means we stand at the Alpha quadrant. To the east lies the Beta quadrant, and yes, I believe I have my bearings. Though this is my first time on AL, so I do have some familiarity of the place thanks to the records of the Crystal Tower. Unless I'm mistaken, this path leads to an aetherite, on which there will be information terminal. I suggest we begin our search there. Here's the terminal. A moment while I search the archives for reference to temporary. There we are. Iconic corruption and overview. Sounds promising. Indeed. Let's see what this report has to say. Found it. Contents appear to have been deleted. What? No! Isn't there something you can do? Not from here, I'm afraid. But it may be that another copy of the report exists somewhere. The question is, where to look? It says the report was written by someone named Owen, so I believe that he kept a copy. I'd say it's a distant possibility. Assuming he was a researcher here, he would have had the quarters on the hemisphere. We could ascertain the details of the hemisphere control. Let's return to the Bonanza and avail ourselves of the man cutters towards our destination. Forgot, you already have a suitable means of transport, don't you? No need to waste time accompanying us back to the ship over there. We'll see you at the hemisphere. If the late Owen did indeed have a chamber here, this node would be able to tell us his number. There. Recall from the layout, I should have somewhere in the vicinity of... Warning. An evacuation order is presently in effect. Entry to the hemisphere is not permitted this time. Foiled again. In all likelihood, the order would have been imposed during the fourth Umbral Calamity. Undoubtedly would be lifted in the near future. Energy levels critical. Returning to base for recharging. Well, surely there must be some other way to gain access. Force, for example? That. I have an idea. Were we to send a surge of energy through yonder control mechanism, it should prompt the system to restart, releasing blocks. As a suitable energy source, a conducted lightning shard might suffice. They are known to form points of stagnant aether throughout the continent. You seem to recall! Are you honestly telling me that it was in the records too? I am. A report sent to the capital mentioned the lightning aspects aether was prone to pooling in the content, resulting in all the surges interfered in the equipment. A minor detail, I grant you, but in my role as caretaker of the Crystal Tower, there were no such things as too much arcane knowledge. Besides, my studies helped me to feel connected to the source. I must have explored this facility 1,000 times in my mind, but to finally stand here with two of you, is more Zoe and I can well express. Now then, the lightning shard, if I may. I suggest we split up and search the beta project. Oh, but beware of the sprites. They won't manifest where the aether is stagnant. Now you're just showing off. How much does he think that we should make a contest of this? First to return here with the shard wins. You say. Allie. Come third. I like your outfit. It's good. Let's see. Over there. I want to go over here. Closer, at least. Bravo! It was quite the show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of the prize slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations on the lightning shard is yours. What? No dramatic entrance? You've changed. You remember that? In my defense, I was caught up in the moment. It isn't every day you meet a monster god's hero, after all. The contest continues, so you better hurry back. But one last thing. Thank you, Terry, for bringing me here. Of course. Ever the drama queen. Now, to be honest, I would kind of be the same way. I mean, especially if the acoustics were that way. I would definitely be that way. I'm gonna be right back, guys. I'm sorry, I just need something to drink. Need some caffeine. I'm not gonna... Yeah. No. Back. It appears that, so you have no luck. So victory is yours. Congratulations. Now then, may I have the shard? It's always about contests. What is it that makes you so much better at finding things? What do you have that I don't? Hide? That's a question I too have asked myself on numerous occasions. I suspect we both could learn a great deal from Terry, and not only about the secrets of the adventuring, but come, we should attend to our mission. I would totally say that, by the way. He says, what do you have that I don't? Hide. Excellent. The system responded exactly as I intended. I have access to the atmosphere. Only one obstacle remains: the security systems within. Should they be triggered, they could make a life rather difficult for us. In light of which, pray leave the rest to me. Right? My royal blood should allow me to venture in unmolested. Assuming it explodes like this tower, yes, but if it doesn't, you'll be your own. Bring it on your own. I want you to promise us that you'll get out of there the first sign of trouble. I promise. Wish me luck. sure this Owen fellow was very learned, but iconic corruption, an overview. Sounds like a studying thesis. Lest you wonder, mine was about combat implications of ether. I'm not going to be practical. Alphanon was more philosophical, of course. Political, dare I say it. He chose to write a lengthy discourse on our nation's duty to the world. Controversial subject, to say the least. He asserted that Shalanian's knowledge should be rightly used to protect all life on the star. In direct opposition to the country's cherished policy of non-intervention. Being a leading member of the Forum, our father was not happy. At the time, of course, Alphaman was utterly convinced his views would cheerfully argue to death anyone who saw things differently. By which I mean the rows were long. Fair, though, since he's learned to be a little more open-minded. But deep down he still holds fast to that one belief. And I admire him for it. Should like to meet this young Alphaland. I should have liked to meet the young Alphaland. Well, it's worth my thesis concerned of the Allegheny civilization as depicted in folklore. Oh, you're back. I didn't know you attended the stadium. I didn't. A thesis required to earn my Archeon's mark. Appears that the students... Baldacian convinced me to write one with the promise of unfettered access to the forbidden tomes. Though I considered it no more than a means to an end at the time, I will admit gratifying to have efforts knowledge. I kind of want to use my Fantasia potion to get an Archeon mark. Gods. Archeon's thesis. I shudder to imagine the work involved. But enough about that. Is this the fruit of your foray? Yes. Owen's active node. Archive node. It was waiting for me in his chamber. If a copy of his report still survives, it would have been stored on this device. Shall we find out? Bloop! Initializing. Scanning for registered user. User not found. To proceed as guest, please complete the biometric authorization. Uh-oh. Boop. Verifying. Boop. Authentication proceed. Authentication complete. Guest identifies as member of the royal family. I am at your most humble service, Your Highness. Ever since this did amuse me, but this pity effect will not last forever. Dolga and Yuni said as much when they granted me this gift, but until time as it fades, I shall use it gratefully. Search archive for iconic corruption. Searching. One item found. Iconic corruption. I go for you. The report is locked by the author. Please state password. Well, go on then, Your Highness. Tell the nice node the password. Right, right, let's see. Glory be to Alec. Long live Emperor Zald. password. Password incorrect. Please try again. Confound it. Come now, passwords are invariably short and simple. For instance... Password! No! 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 Oh my gosh, no! No! I just joked! I just made a joke! There's no... Oh my gosh, I can't believe they actually used that joke. There's no way. Oh man, I was just joking. I wasn't expecting them to do that. The notion that the password could be something so... The notion that the password could be something inane would be laughable were it not dangerously stupid. Furthermore, your conduct in the presence of His Highness is grossly inappropriate. Know your place, handmaiden. What did that thing just call me? Wild Rose. Password incorrect. Again, be warned, any further inappropriate behavior to the presence of His Highness will not be tolerated. Alright, that's it. I say we dismantle it and manually extract what we need. No, this won't be too hasty. A single misstep and we risk losing the report altogether. I believe this may be a task for Sid and his colleagues. If anyone can coax the Machina into cooperating, it's them. Come, let's bear the node back to the Rising Stones. It'd been hilarious if password was the actual password. I wish it was. Like, that would have been hilariously awesome. Though that node had some real sass. Fine, let's try something first. But if that doesn't work, we'll try it my way. Alright, don't worry. Dread detected. Should probably mention I haven't yet since waking up. Ambrose did send word of the ironworks, but it appears our friend has been in the field on urgent business. Nevertheless, I assure you my proposal is to seek his help. His help is no pretext. However much I might look forward to seeing him again, him and everyone else. But come, let's be on our way. Look at him. Running. Sweet. Allie. Still, it wouldn't do to keep him waiting, shall we? Come on. I swear. Whoa! Alright. One more after this, and then it is the dungeon. Okay. I might be able to get done with this. Or at least this part, if I can get a party together fast. Large low-burn presence detected. Low-born presence. Excuse you? Large low-born presence detected. You little... Krill's back too. Side of the council. Wonderful news, Terry. Totaro contacted Sid on our behalf, and is on his way here even as we speak. While we wait, should very much like to hear what transpired at the Allegiance Council. Would you be so kind, Krill? As you know, the meeting was converted to discuss how best to respond to the events in Garlemald. According to intelligence from our dormant allies, the war of succession rages on, and the Empire remains without a leader. Amidst the chaos, the Imperial legions and the provinces have begun to move independently to the motherland. Our greatest concern to us is the Illard, a legion aligned with Lord Neva. It appears they received substantial financial backing from the House Brutus. House Brutus is dead. Brutus? Aren't they the ones who took in Yansu and Asha? The boys as well. This bodes well. Xenos' movements, meanwhile, remain shrouded in mystery. We're hoping that Thancred and Urianger will be able to shed some light on the activities when they return. Until such time they do, the allied leaders feel it would be unwise to interfere in the conflict, and so, thanks in part to the Imperial withdrawal from Gilmect, they have decided to turn their legion to the primal problem once more. Ha! La 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 la. What is with... Okay, hold on a second. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. We'll just... Alright. There we go. I think. Working with friendly factions among the beast tribes, they hope to reopen dialogue and explore new areas of peace. Given the timing, I suspect they wish to put their respective houses in order and ahead of a decisive clash within the Empire. Whatever their intent, this is not a problem easily solved. Little Moskins in particular struggle with their efforts, and Alphanon and Nistola have been called upon to aid them. As long as we're dealing with Tempered, I'm afraid no amount of dialogue will avail us. But if we can develop a treatment for tempering, then anything is possible. Which is why we must succeed. And on that cheery note, why not make yourselves comfortable in Dawn's respite? I'll show Sid as soon as he arrives. How dare you disrespect, Allie? Blood pressure. Are you okay? Oh. He's just excited. Sit. Forgive us for not coming to see you sooner, my friend. As you may have heard, in our defense, you are up rather early. I was under the impression you'd be slumbering a while longer. Oh, I would have been. I did not fulfill your promise. Ha! I still struggle with that idea. From where I stand, the secrets of traversing time and space seem exactly as infallible as they ever did. But if an alternate version of myself has already laid them bare, I dare say that frees me up to concentrate on other endeavors. Speaking of which, you want my help with something, what was it? Well, treatment for tempering. For the next step, you need to find the password to the allergens report. Just so, with an area clue to guide us, we could be here forever, still not necessary. Thus we turn to you. Well, I'd love to say that I could help you, so I will. Once suitably configured, a Magitech terminal should make short work of identifying the password. I knew I could rely on you. Now, anticipating that might be of use, I took the liberty of borrowing a tombstone from Rambros. It contains an allergen dictionary. Good thinking. I'll transfer the information to terminal and see what works right away. By the way, when you're done, let us know what the password was, because I'm kind of curious. Looks like it's finished. Let's see. Freedom. Password is freedom. Really? Never would guess short as that. Short and simple, just as I said. Would you care to do the honors, Your Highness? I would, milady. Node, open the report entitled Iconic Corruption and Overview. Password, freedom. Password accepted. Nope. Opening report. This report seeks to provide an overview of the mechanism which icons corrupt and bind men to their will. The phenomenon, which we call corruption, refers to the altercation of aether of the soul. Said aether ordinarily exists in equilibrium, no one element being more prominent than another. But when a subject is exposed to aether of an icon, this changes, their soul taking on the prospects of the entity in question. By way of example, exposure to the aether of the fiend Sephiroth would cause the subject's aether to become aligned with the element of earth. As a consequence, the subject would attain heightened efficiency with earth aspect magics, as well as pretermal levels of endurance. Repeated exposure would further enhance these traits, ultimately altering the subject's very flesh. The changes undergone by the subject are not solely attributed to the element of alignment, however. Further testing has determined that the subject's soul becomes umbrally changed or stagnant during the process. This stagnation of the soul has the effect of diluting the sense of self, rendering the subject vulnerable to will of the icon. The thoughts of whom come to consume their entire existence. In this manner, do the corrupted become worshippers of the icon, their prayers serving to further empower the entity. Having disconcerned the mechanism of iconic corruption, my colleagues and I have set out to develop a material capable of shielding one from such effects, an endeavor in which we are successful, albeit at a great cost. In the course of testing, many of my assistants, good men and women all, fell victim to corruption. Excuse me. And in accordance with protocol, they were similarly put to death. I subsequently submitted a proposal to investigate potential cures for corruption, but it was rejected, deemed non-essential by Lord Amon. Though I knew it would be fruitless, I protested this decision, and for my impertinence, I have been stripped of rank and title, and will shortly be expelled from this facility. In all likelihood, this report will be expunged from the archives. Nonetheless, I've recorded it in hopes one day someone will undertake to do which I could not, and find a cure for the victims of iconic corruption. End recording. So not even the elegants will be able to find a cure, or rather will not give them a chance to. One cannot help but wonder what motivated Lord Amon's decision. More importantly, this confirms the stagnation of the soul is indeed a problem. Angelo can remedy that. True. Yet, were we simply to reanimate a tempered soul, I fear would do naught but diminish the individual's fanatical faith. Indeed, it may well intensify it. No, we would somehow need to suppress the primal's hold over the subject at the same time, or risk them remaining ever in its thrall. If only we can make them remember who they were. Of course! Memory transference! The process of effective compartmentalization memories, separating them into magical bundles, if you will. By adapting this technique, it may be possible to achieve selective reanimation. That is, limit the effects of only those memories existed prior to tempering. Through thus restoring the sense of self, we could theoretically drown out the enactments of false faith, which have come to dominate in the individual's thoughts. I see. The theory seems sound, and our experience treating light corruption would help us identify suitable memories of reanimation. Are you confident that adapt memory transference is required? I seem to recall your attempts to do so while bringing us home culminated in literal bloodletting. They did. You're right. Despite my best efforts, I could not recreate the mechanism. And I concede that the rather clumsy compromise I reached would not provide the basis for a cure. Perhaps it's better we consider another approach. Your doubts are understandable, but this time I believe we have a reason to be confident. You see, notes such as these were built with the ability to simulate magics, which leads me to believe that it may be capable of performing simulations of transference techniques. If so, you would be able to conduct years' worth of tests with the simple space of a few days. In theory, it would be no different from how we identified the password. It'll take more calculating power, a lot more than honestly I can dare say whether with our equipment should be up to the task. Tell me, Sid, why do you suppose Owen locked his report behind a password? Keep it from prying eyes, of course. Why else? Wait. Password that could be guessed by anyone with leisure and had dictionary wouldn't keep it from a person minded to look. No, he wanted his report to be seen by those who would strive for freedom. Like the members of certain distinguished engineering collective. I believe their motto was freedom through technology or some such. You two, round up as many Magitech terminals as you can find and bring them to the workshop. Right away, Chief. It's about to get very busy. Luckily, we have you to help. Right. While Grazi and I configure the terminals, I want the rest of you to procure supplies. Namely, beryllium to fuel the terminals and ice shards to keep them cool. When we have them both, the better. Leave the ice shards to me. I'll round up some adventurers and go on a gathering spree. In that case, I'll trust Terry and Alice with the beryllium. It's a promissory note from each of you. Take them to Sky Steel manufacturer in Ishgard and the beryllium processing plant in Thallin. People there will give you what you need. Yours is a well-known face in the Holy See, I believe. If it's all the same with you, I'll head to Thallin.
Whoa. That's a lot of stuff I gotta sort through.
Welcome back, Master Terry. I'm at your service this day. So, you're here for Ceruleum. In that case, please present your note to our engineer and leadership landing. We'll be glad to assist you. Really? Come to the right man. Fair warning though, prices shot up on account of uncertainty with the Empire, so I hope you got the coins. Well now, promissory note from the Ironworks. I've seen many of these. Not that's a problem. It's good as gold to me. The heck?
My friend! After the disappointment of not seeing you in Alamigo, what good fortune to chance upon you here of all places.
Hi, Almeric.
As you may have heard, the Allied nations are making a renewed effort to address the primal problem. To that end, have I invited the chieftain of the Vanu to Ishgard, that we might together plot a course.
How you doing?
Since the war with the Empire appears to be nearing its conclusion, I would also like to call upon Estinian's lance. Alas, he is, as ever, a difficult man to find. I am informed he recently paid a visit to the Rising Stones. Should he happen to do so again, be sure to pass on my regards, won't you?
Of course.
But tell me, what business brings you to our fair city this day?
Long story.
A cure for tempering. You never cease to amaze me. Until now, our only hope has been prevention, our every failure irrevocable. But this would rewrite the rules of engagement. It could end the cycle of bloodshed. Very well. You shall have all the ceruleum we can provide, and an airship with which to transport it. In this matter, you may count on Ishgard's full support.
Well.
Who would have thought ceruleum weighed so much?
Don't tell me you carried it!
Serves me right for being stubborn, I suppose. I should have just done what you did and accepted help.
Allie...
Good work, you two. This is all we asked for and more. Quite a lot more, now that I look at it. Lord Emmerich, eh? And entirely by chance? Ha! Some people have all the luck.
We have also succeeded in configuring the terminals, thanks in no small part to our able assistant.
It's been a while, hero. You seem surprised to see me. Lest you misunderstand, I've no interest in such things as cures for tempering.
What are you doing here, Nero?
But if you mean to achieve that which eluded even the storied Allegans, it seemed plain that you would require my expertise. And so it proved. Is that not right, Garland?
Oh, he just wants to help his boyfriend. Okay.
Ask Jessie. She was the one who hired you. All I know is you're an employee of the Ironworks now, so you'll bloody well earn your keep.
That wasn't the only reason I agreed to cooperate. I'm reliably informed that Garland and I are destined to unravel the secrets of travel, not only across dimensions, but through time. Doubtless the lion's share of the credit lies with me. 9 parts to Garland's 1. And this research will be a stepping stone to that illustrious achievement.
He just wants to create TARDIS.
Very well then. I'll do 1/10 of the work. Just the part that's beyond you.
Whatever you say, Garland.
Right. If everyone's ready, let's begin. All appears to be in order. Now, we just have to wait for it to find us our magic. Why not take this opportunity to put your feet up? This may take a while.
Oh, poor Allie. She's about to pass out. Oh!
Damn it. It's overloading.
Crap.
Chief! She won't last much longer!
We'll have to shut it down.
Wait! We're close. So very close.
Oh!
Well, this is going swimmingly.
Nero, how about you help?
A moment longer. I beg you. There. I was able to memorize the magic before it faded. It still needs to be put to the proof, but I believe we have our cure.
It's just as well. She'll never run again.
The fault is mine. I'm sorry.
Don't be. It may fall short of dimension hopping, but a cure for tempering is not to be sniffed at. This, my friend, is a world-changing discovery. One we're proud to have had a hand in. A few Magitech terminals are a pittance to pay.
Thank you.
Well, we've done what we can. The rest is up to you.
Whew. At long last we have a cure. In theory, at any rate. Cannot be certain until such time has been put to the proof, but I'm quite confident. Well, if we're to test it on someone, I suggest Sky Boo. His symptoms are relatively mild. As long as we exercise due caution. Yes, as long as we exercise due caution, we'll be fine. Without further ado then, let's make fun of Limsa. We kept Gabu waiting long enough. Well, this is the moment of truth. I'll have our host bring Gabu out to us at once.
Apologies for the wait.
Gabu, have you been good?
Still no change, I'm afraid. He just stands there in silence until we move him.
It's all right now. We're going to help you get better.
Fancy meeting you here.
Alphino Y'shtola! I thought you were attending to primal matters.
We were, and came here for a meeting on the subject. Certain pirate factions did not deign to attend, however, and it was cancelled.
We had resigned ourselves to having wasted a journey when we chanced to espy you. Could it be that there has been progress with the treatment? Using Magitech terminals to formulate the solution. I would never have contemplated such an approach.
Yeah.
So this new magic, adapted from memory transference, would be used to purge the subject of their fanatical faith, while Angelo would be responsible for reanimating the ether of their soul. Yet I wonder at the practicalities. If one were to reanimate the soul first, it would only serve to exacerbate the tempering. Conversely, a stagnant soul would not respond to the effects of the magic. Would both need to be performed simultaneously?
Nothing escapes Master Matoya's inquiring eye. As you say, both must be carried out simultaneously. And thus, I propose to imbue Angelo with the tempering treatment in much the same manner as I did the spirit vessels.
By doing so, we also spare Graha the trouble of casting spell after spell. It's really rather efficient.
Be that as it may, certain difficulties are unavoidable. The imbuing process will still require no small amount of ether. And, as I can no longer draw upon the Crystal Tower's stores of energy, I will be compelled to rely on those of others.
Well, I, for one, would be glad to assist.
As would I. Since the resumption of our duties, it has been naught but stuffy meetings, and I have ample ether to spare.
Excellent. With your permission, then, let us begin. Yes, this will do. And now, it's my turn.
Whoa.
Tis done.
No small amount indeed.
Well, we seek to go where even the Allegans did not. It was never like to be easy. The rest is up to you, Alize. The treatment itself will take time and focus, so we will need a quiet room. I'm sure our hosts can spare one. I will go with her. It may be a while before we return, so I would ask for your patience and your faith.
Of course.
We'll bring Gabu back. You see if we don't.
'Twould seem our part is played. Let us find a place to recuperate while we wait for news.
Seems good a spot as any to have a rest.
For years, Eorzea has labored to find a solution to the primal problem, without success. Any hope that tempering could be reversed faded long ago. I myself had given it up as impossible. Given up on the tempered and the light-corrupted alike. They were problems to be tolerated, or else eliminated, I believed. And to think otherwise was pure naivety. Childishness, even. But Alize refused to give up. She struggled and she struggled. And her efforts were rewarded with a way to bring back Halric. And now countless others may no longer be beyond salvation. However much we bicker, I have the greatest respect for my sister. Had I half her stubbornness, nay, her unwillingness to accept the status quo, I would be a far better person. A far better scion.
Say, Constellation, she's in all of your work.
She told you of my graduation thesis. How very embarrassing. Nonetheless, it is comforting and not a little surprising to hear that I'm still capable of impressing my sister. On the rare occasions I'm not annoying her, that is.
Ellie!
Alize, are you all right?
The treatment. Did it work?
so glad to see you all. Delighted, happy, glad.
Yeah!
Gaboo!
Worked! Hey!
All this time, my mind was filled with thoughts of Great Father Titan. But I never forgot about Mother and Father. Always, they were in my heart. Constantly, ever, always. So I tried to focus on their faces. Theirs and yours. Alize's and everyone's. And I found that I could remember. One thing, then another, and another.
Your hopes reached Gaboo. They helped him to hold on.
I'm so proud of you, Gaboo.
I couldn't have done it without you, Alize. Can you help the others too? Cure them, heal them, help them?
Yes, we can. All of them.
Without wishing to dampen the mood, I feel compelled to add certain caveats regarding the viability of the treatment for general use. As you know, reversing the effects of tempering demands a profuse amount of ether. And while Alize was able to heal Gaboo alone, I fear the same will not be true for those who exhibit more advanced symptoms. Moreover, the treatment's effects are limited to the soul. It offers no succor to those whose very flesh has been altered through prolonged exposure to a primal's influence. All of which is to say that we cannot save everyone.
Maybe we can't, or maybe we can. No one gave us a hope of saving Gaboo, and yet here we are. We must find a way to treat as many as possible.
Well...
Then, the next logical step would be to produce a veritable army of Porkses, would it not? Granted, it seemed a simple enough process in the first, but I suspect it will be different here in the source. Not that I am any authority, of course.
Yet there is an authority on familiars to whom we may grudgingly turn. She's stubborn, haughty, eccentric, irascible, laconic, annoying. And her name is Master Matoya, the real one.
I have to go now, Gaboo. But the people here will look after you, all right? And I promise to come and visit you again soon.
All right. Thank you, Alize. Thank you.
I shall be putting in the pains, as she will be at pains to remind me. I'm not paying Master Matoya a visit since I returned from the first. But this seems a good time, Cindy. Come, let us make for a cave. It'll share. approaching destination. I take it ready to bear witness to the joyous reunion of master and pupil? Very well.
Nary a word from you all this time, then you bring every man and his pirogo with you. Did no one teach you any manners, girl?
They were too busy teaching me etherology, Master. Jesting aside, I wanted to be the one to express our gratitude. I am told you spared no effort to sustain our bodies while we were away. And for that, we owe you our lives. Thank you.
You were gone so long. I was starting to think you'd set your heart on staying.
It wasn't easy to leave, as it happens. Seldom does one have the opportunity to study other worlds, and I would not have minded extending my stay by a handful of years.
Ever the scholar. Y'shtola dedicated herself to studying ancient civilizations of the First, befriending a tribe known as the Knights Blessed in the process. There she took on the name of Matoya and won the respect of all the children of the forest.
Alfie? Alfie?
I merely adopted an alias in accordance with the custom of my hosts. Yours just happened to be the first name that came to mind.
Alfie, you embarrassed her.
You mean to tell me you went gallivanting about using my name and only bother to visit when you need a favor? And don't pretend you don't. I taught you long enough.
Indeed. And devoted pupil that I am, I could not fail to recall my master's sage advice. When the answer eludes you, look to the wisdom of your elders.
You there. Were you going to introduce yourself?
How remiss of me. Grahatia is my name, and I am proud to call myself a Scion. I too wish to offer my gratitude for your invaluable aid in sustaining the Archon's bodies, as well as my apologies. It was my inexpert summoning spell which endangered their lives in the first place.
Ah, yes. The one bent on digging up the mysteries of Alag. Old Galaf used to speak of you, and Kryles told me all about your recent exploits. Do you have a bad back or something? At ease, boy. Whatever mess you've made, I'm not in the habit of dwelling on the failings of the younger generation.
You are too kind. I've also heard much and more about you, Master Matoya. 'Tis an honor to finally make your acquaintance.
Well, that's more than enough pleasantries for anyone. Tell me what you want. I haven't got all day. So that's the way of it. It should be a simple enough matter to make the familiar. The magic, on the other hand.
Ah, that you may leave to me. Being the only one possessed of royal blood, I alone can imbue the subject with the necessary magic.
So I just need to create porxies with the power to stir the soul. Just, I say. Though we're talking about a veritable herd of the little buggers, we'd collapse before we reached double figures.
True.
But if I could get a familiar to create the familiars, a mother porxie, as it were. Seems I haven't seen the last of that moldy old hole after all.
Alright, off to my old workshop then. Everything required to make your familiars there. That may be, but no one has set foot in there since the Exodus. I dread to think and imagine what's become of it. Oh, there's sure to be a handful of feral familiars and mayhap a monster or two, but no trouble with the likes of you. Consider it cleaning up your place in payment for my help. Fine, I'll do it. Go. Now, if there's no other objections, I suggest you run along to the Maker's Quarter. Send one of my proggers ahead of you to let you to the workshop. You need only tell them who you are. One can't be too careful after all. Off we go. Oh, all the way over there. Fly! There it is. The unwashed. So he smells. Okay. Greetings, Rivet, and welcome to my good mistress's Relect. Virgo Rigo is my name, and I am honored to be your guide. Within you will find a place dedicated to the making of familiars, along with a cavern wherein requisite ingredients may be had. I must warn you, however, the place is not planned to host a single soul, much less a broom, in over 15 years. And will, I regret, be in some disarray. Rest assured, my brothers and I shall see to it that you do not lose your way. Now then, Ribbit. Say only the word, I'll show you in. Grab another drink right quick. Sorry, be right back. Alright, let's see how long it takes me this time.
I stand ever ready.
Aha! There we go.
Right. To begin with, I need you to gather a few ingredients. Listen well to what the Pirogos say, or you'll wish you had. Mudman. Right then. Let's get this over with. Newborns are wont to be difficult. Sure, who's in charge?
That's the mother porks, dude. I received player accommodation. Nice. Thank you. Poor piggy. Hello.
There we are. Quite tame.
Then all that remains is for me to imbue her with the magic. My friends, I'm afraid I must trouble you for your ether once more. That should suffice.
Good. Let's set her to work then, shall we? I want to see some corpses. Assuming, that is, someone can spare the requisite energy. A mere drop in the ocean for the great sorceress Matoya, I dare say.
Still.
Excellent. Our very own litter of Angelos. And we can make as many more as we want, simply by providing the Mother Porksy with additional ether.
I will require a moment before I try again.
It's still hard work, but a damn sight more efficient than making them one by one. Thank you, Master Matoya. Everyone. We're a step closer to our goal.
Distributed amongst the allied nations, they should do much to facilitate closer dialogue with the beast tribes. And given their present travails, I believe our friends in Limsa Laminsa should be the first beneficiaries.
Agreed. Though I must leave this errand to you. I doubt my legs will carry me out of the cave, much less to Vilbrand.
I can carry you.
Thank you for taking the lead in gathering the ingredients. I expect you would benefit from a rest too.
In addition to the Porksies, I trust you've gained an inkling of how much effort goes into the creation of familiars. Or mayhap you attribute your struggles to old age.
If I said yes, would it persuade you to treat me like an adult?
Not with that pertness, it wouldn't. Anyway, assuming you have no other favors to ask, I shall be leaving.
Lest you wonder, Master Matoya has returned to her cave with Stola. Yeah, peas in a bottle, they're not. returned to the Mlanaska to deliver the good news to the Admiral. A word to the officer in Bulwark Hall should be sufficient to secure us an audience. Okay, how many more quests for this? Okay. Yeah, just 5 more. May as well. La 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 la, gonna have a good time. Whoa! Okay. 84. Increases movement speed after... Okay, nice. Very nice. Lieutenant, yeah, I forgot. Why aren't they? My friends, what brings you here this day? Is this true? Ah, the Navigator. A cure for tempering. It's often have been all of you Scions. Never thought it possible. Yet it is, Admiral. You've done it. Here in Limsa, and production of more familiars has already begun. You have my thanks. Truly. This will do much to advance the cause of peace. I fear it will take more close to the rift betwixt man and beast. To even speak thus divides us. Welcome as it is, a cure will not guarantee reconciliation between our peoples. Although summoning and temper may serve to fuel the conflict, they are but symptoms of it. We ought to resolve the primal problem once and for all. We must address the cause. We must strive for mutual understanding and find a way to leave our bloody past behind. 'Twas I who moved the Alliance renewed to push for peace. Our ancestors came to these shores some 7 centuries past. We Lamonskans have been at odds with those who share our island home. Save for a brief moment of cooperation with the kobolds, our history has been one of High constant territorial squabbling. Meanwhile, our struggle with the Sahagrin for control of the seas has only grown fiercer. Matter made worse by these thrice deep calamity driving them to seek new spawning grounds. With survival at stake, he just had no choice but to fight. So I dismissed the peace as impossible. Impossible is a word coined by the weak. I proclaimed all those who listened. Proclaimed to all those who listened and then gave up. You know, it's put me to shame. Since you led us to victory against the Black Wolf, you've achieved the impossible again and again and again. I thought it high time that I followed suit. It's my proposal to the Alliance Council. But no sooner I did reach out to our neighbors in Velbrand than my own people sought to thwart me. I speak of the pirates who failed to attend the meeting. Acting through a friendly faction among those cowboys, we had intended to seek an audience with the prominent patriarch. But the bloody executioners would not hear of it. Their absence set a message for the rest of us. Though they are but one of 3 pirate powers, they are the greatest. And any attempt at peace would founder without them. I am given to understand their leader, Captain Hilsver, has been bedridden for some while with an ailment of the lungs. Correct. In his absence, his right hand leads, a man named Sikard, but recently risen in prominence, rising the ranks. Save for his disdain for authority, little is known about him. We've invited him to speak with us more than once, but he will not come. I've tasked the Yellow Jackets and the Rogues with uncovering his motives, but they've learned not of any value. How about you leave it to us? We have a nose for truth. Over this scare up once, we'll find out. Truly, you'll be obliged. I shall look forward to hearing what you learn. Good luck. By way of a first step, I suggest we split up and make inquiries around town. Someone must know this sick out. Gonna approach the pirates, Terry? The rest of us will seek out the merchants and adventurers. Okay. I will do that next time. Stay tuned for announcements, guys. Please. Because... Thank you all so much for watching, even though it was probably after the stream that you guys are seeing this, because not many people... I don't know. Maybe it's because it's the Tuesday. I don't know. But yeah, Sundays seem to be the more prominent days when people want to watch Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, Sundays and Mondays, honestly. Tuesdays, probably gonna have to do a different game. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure this out, even after, what, 2 years now? I think. If you like this video, you want to see more content, please feel free to hit that follow button. Make sure your notification bell is on. That being said, my normal stream days are Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time, guys. Please don't forget. I have a YouTube account. It is under the same name. I'm so sorry. Check it out. I archive all my videos at the end of every week. So if you see anything that I have not completed and would like me to do, let me know, and I will work on that. Tomorrow, kind of up in the air. It's usually a collab stream with Obake, but I'm not sure. We might do Sea of Thieves, we might do V Rising, we may do nothing, and I'll just play some Spider-Man 2 or something. I don't know. And to make it up for you guys for not being on Monday, yesterday, make it up to you guys. I'm going to stream on Thursday as a makeup stream. I don't know what to play. If you guys in my Discord, I asked you guys to post your suggestions in my Discord free chat page. Hopefully I get some suggestions, at least one. Or if you guys have any suggestions, PM me in Twitch. I'd appreciate that. Also, to all you people who are sending messages of like free buy viewers or best viewers and the link to all that, stop it. Seriously, stop it. It's getting really annoying, and like if I have to blacklist everyone who starts off like that, who starts giving links to web pages and stuff like that, then so be it. I may have to end up doing a like you have to be following me for at least a week in order for that to happen or something. Because this is gotta stop. It really does. On that note, who do we got to raid? I know I saw at least a few people. Let's see. We have Pixel Kitten! Yeah! She is playing something called Plate Up. Oh, it looks to be something like Overcooked. Oh, that looks like fun. Alright, well, let's join in. Once again, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this, even if it was after the stream and all that stuff. I just hope you guys realize that you guys watching me stream and all that, it really helps me. So, nothing else to say, but hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you soon. This is Terry Val signing off. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Wow.